Hi all, my name is Davis and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things tech. And today we are going to take a look at the Logitech Combo Touch for M4 iPad Pro. So I recently bought my 13-inch M4 iPad Pro and I was looking not only for a case to protect my brand new purchase, and protected I did want to because this cost me almost 4,000 Australian dollars, but I also wanted a portable physical keyboard that would attach magnetically so I could write my scripts and write emails more easily when I'm out and about, but I also don't want to have to carry the bulk of it when I don't need to. And there are actually surprisingly few options on the market. In fact, just about the only option that you can have that fits all of those requirements is this, the Logitech Combo Touch. So it was quite opportune when Logitech said that they would send me one and also sponsor the video so that I could show you guys what it's like. So let's check it out. So while this is the version that's made for the M4 13-inch iPad Pro, there's also a version for the 11-inch too, and there's also another version for the M2 iPad Airs. If you have an older model of iPad, Logitech also have older versions of this keyboard for most iPads as well. And as you can see, the packaging is rather nice. So let's see what this keyboard is all about. So that we can see how this case works, I'm going to remove the keyboard section for now and just show you the case portion. So this case is made of a really thick feeling silicone material and it feels like that it would protect the iPad rather well against scratches and drops. So let's put the iPad on. It just fits in just like how you would expect a case to fit. There's a lot of material, especially on the corners and the sides, where people typically drop their devices, so I'm sure that your iPad will be fairly well protected from most drops. And as you can see as well, there are raised buttons that are quite satisfying to press, and there are also cutouts for the USB-C port and the speakers as well. What's really great with this case is the smart connector. While it's relocated to over here on the bottom, it still works, as we've got this section here that sort of connects to the smart connector on the back of the iPad, and there's also a space on the top for your Apple Pencil. Another thing that I really do like about this case is that while it is very slim, it also has an integrated kickstand, so it sort of turns your iPad into a Microsoft Surface, and it gives the iPad the kickstand that it's always needed but never really got. It's got a very wide range of movement as well, as you can see. It can stand very vertical, or it can also go almost completely horizontal if you want to draw or something. And the movement feels very nice and firm. This would be the perfect setup for watching videos on the plane, reading a recipe in the kitchen, or what I often do, extend my MacBook's display. It's absolutely brilliant for that. But this is only half the story, because if you want to turn the iPad into a little bit of a productivity powerhouse, you also have the keyboard attachment. And it really is rather fantastic. Firstly, it's very, very thin and lightweight. Look how thin that is. But at the same time, as you can see, it's got an aluminium bottom. So it isn't flimsy at all. It's very, very firm, in fact. It attaches magnetically to the bottom of the case via the smart connector, as you can see. And that's what it uses to connect to the tablet. With this connection, there's no need for a wireless connection like Bluetooth, so there's no connection problems and no battery to charge. Luckily, on this side of the keyboard, the surface isn't made of metal as well. Rather, it's a soft touch silicone material, so it won't scratch your iPad's display like some other cases that you might have heard about. And the keys not only have an incredibly positive feeling action with around 1mm of travel, but in addition to having all the keys that you expect, they also have multiple shortcut keys on the top, like screen brightness, screenshot, and volume. But what I especially love about this keyboard too is the fact that it is backlit. You can actually adjust how bright the keys are with these shortcut keys over here, which is not something that you get on most keyboard accessories. And I haven't even talked about the trackpad yet, because it is absolutely massive. In fact, I believe that this is actually one of the biggest trackpads that you can get on an iPad, and it's a pretty great one. Not only is it super responsive and smooth, but all the gestures that you expect from a Mac work perfectly here. And you can actually click from anywhere on the trackpad, including the top. It really is the perfect case to use productivity apps like Final Cut Pro, Lightroom, and Final Draft. And it feels amazing to use this setup with the Stage Manager mode on the iPad. And then when you've done your work and you're ready to slip the iPad into your bag, the keyboard attaches magnetically, so there's no floppiness whatsoever. And when closed, you can sort of see that it just looks like a little laptop. And the iPad itself is protected from all angles. And while the combined case and keyboard only weighs 660 grams, if you do want to pack even lighter, of course you can take the keyboard off and just use it like a normal case. Just some other usage scenarios to cover as well. With the keyboard on, you can also just fold it all the way back so it is out of the way. And when you are using the case like this, the keys and trackpad turn off automatically, so there are no accidental presses. But if you prefer to touch the aluminium instead of the keys, you can also flip the keyboard around and it does the same thing. When watching movies on your lap as well, I found it really comfortable to simply put it into tent mode by flipping the keyboard like so and resting the kickstand on it too. This works really nicely and is quite comfortable on your lap. This really is one of the most versatile iPad cases that I've used in a long time. And if you want to get yourself one of these cases, it costs 420 Australian dollars for this 13-inch version or 370 for the 11-inch version, which makes it more affordable than its main competitors. I've got a link below if you do want to check it out, and I would also like to thank Logitech for sponsoring this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and a sub. If you've got any questions about the Logitech Combo Touch case, also feel free to ask them below. And until next time, toodaloo.